Shalom, brethren, in Yahushua HaMashiach, who is also known as Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Today is Thursday, the 14th of August, 2025. On the Roman Gregorian calendar and on the Hebrew calendar, today is Menachem Av 20. This is audio number 5 on the 3 days of darkness that are soon going to be upon us on this earth, brethren. It sounds unbelievable. Sometimes even we that are sharing the message, we look outside and we see how sunny it is. We see how beautiful it is and how life is going on. Everything seems peaceful, at least, in parts of the world. And we're like, can this really be true? Is the 3 days of darkness really going to happen next week on Saturday, the 23rd of August, 2025? And all I keep hearing the Lord say is, yes, it's going to happen. And the more we are feeling doubtful, the more He's just sending more and more revelations to confirm what He revealed at first. So it makes sense for the 3 days of darkness to occur this month ahead of time, because during the 3 days of darkness, the 144,000, the very first set of the 144,000, which is the Revelation 14 people, the mature bride, the mature burly crop, because there is the immature one, the ones who they are not yet ripe for harvest. That's the Revelation 7 people. So the Revelation 14 people, who are the 144,000, which I believe is 72,000 men, 72,000 women, is meant to happen. They're meant to get their transformation into their glorified body at least 1 month ahead of the revival, ahead of the rapture, the holy rapture to heaven. It has been prophesied over and over again that before they get taken up to heaven, they must walk this earth in their glorified bodies for at least 40 days. But even if the 40 days don't look like they are possible from the 23rd of August, I believe after the rapture, they will still walk this earth for a couple more days. They'll come back down, I believe, and walk the earth for a couple more days. If I'm wrong, please forgive me. But I believe they will come back to this earth for a couple more days to strengthen the left behind. And then they'll go away again. They will later come back in the future to fight the battle at Armageddon or Megiddo in the future. I have a lot to share, but now the time is running out. I don't think I'm gonna be able to share everything again like I had planned, especially to do with the rapture and all the surrounding topics to do with the rapture. Let us take comfort in the fact that after the 3 days of darkness is going to be the great revival. The great revival that we have been waiting for, the ones that is meant to blow up to the point that hospitals will be empty, is going to be led by the 144,000. And they will walk this earth and do various miracles ahead of the rapture. But as the miracles are happening, also the kingdom of darkness will ramp up their evil to create confusion. So we need to know that there's going to be confusion in the midst of God's good doing to us. And we need to be able to discern between the good and the evil. The only period where we'll not be able to discern easily is the 3 days of darkness, because all discernment is switched off during those 3 days to a certain extent. At least that's what I read happened during the time of the Egyptians. And a lot of people will be wondering whether they are dead or they are alive, because this death is the kind where you cannot see your hand, you cannot see yourself, you cannot see the person that is standing right at your nose. So let us take comfort in the fact that as the darkness increases, the light will increase. But yes, I was trying to say that it makes sense for the 3 days of darkness to happen this month, August, because the 144,000 have to walk this earth in their glorified bodies ahead of the rapture to show off, that the Lord is real. Everything the Lord has been, sharing through his people over the years that people mock and scoff is actually true. It exists. It's possible to be healed. It's possible to be made completely whole. It's possible for you to be completely delivered. It's possible for you to be perfect. In those times, people are going to, walk out of wheelchairs. God is going to perfect people the same way he did during the Mount Sinai event, whereby every disabled person became perfect before the Lord. So, and that's a good thing, because after the 3 days, after the rapture to heaven, holy rapture to heaven, people need to be able to walk around or run, because the fallen angels that are going to appear on this earth during the 3 days of darkness are going to come back. They are going to come back and they're going to walk the earth, and this time they'll be visible, where there's no such thing as you stay in windows and you board up your house. They will have access to everywhere. The only place they will not have access to is the Goshens that the Lord has created, that the Lord has set up for those who trust in him, for those who belong to him. That includes the second set of the 144,000 who have to need to be refined a bit more, and also the wheat, the left behind saints who are not among the 144,000, but they are heaven bound. They've been walking with the Lord, but they are not ready. They are not rapture ready. This includes many Seventh-day Adventists. The Lord says he would love to take Seventh-day Adventists, but he can't take them because they don't believe in rapture before the evil falls. Sorry, I had to pause the audio. So before the great, dreadful, and terrible day of the Lord. The reason I say this with confidence regarding this SDAs, the Seventh-day Adventists, is the Lord has provided manna for them in the past, like probably still does. Like in Angola, there's evidence that there's a Seventh-day Adventist community where the Lord sends manna to them every week. And when they sin against the Lord, if anyone amongst them sins against the Lord and doesn't do restitution or do a repentance on time, they don't receive manna on the day they are meant to receive it. So this is why I'm saying to you, brethren, that we need to do away with sin. It's the only way we'll be able to receive the blessings of the Lord. But also, I'm trying to say to you that your Passover dwells where your faith is, as the Lord has spoken through a Mighty Wind Ministry, Prophecy 36. It's on YouTube. Your Passover dwells where your faith is. In addition to that, there has to be holiness. And the prayer, Luke 21:36, Lord, count me worthy to escape a great tribulation. Then you find out what you're predestined for. There's also the issue of predestination. From the foundations of the earth, when you were tested in the beginning, what did you do? How did you handle the test? Did you pass the test or did you fail the test? And also, if you pass the test, which category did the Lord put you in? Did he put you in as somebody who can be raptured, or somebody who has to be left behind and tested a little bit more before you can go to heaven, or somebody who has to die before the rapture and then you go to heaven and that's you don't need to worry about anything else again? You see, for some people, a lot of people who are going to die between now and the rapture day, count it as God's mercy, because it's far better than being left behind to battle with whatever is going to happen in the future. Some people are predestined for martyrdom. Everybody is predestined for one thing or the other, and only God knows what their predestination point is. So, as much as we desire the rapture, the Lord has a predestination point for each one of us in terms of how we live this earth. I'm not discouraging you from praying about rapture. I'm just saying to you, keep praying. It is through your prayers that the Lord begins to reveal to you what His will for your life is. And it's good for you to know ahead of time what His will is. Those who are to be martyred are most likely going to know themselves during the great harvest time, because they have to be encouraged. They have to be encouraged not to let their to not understand that they're not going to feel the pain. They just need to have faith in the Lord. They will not feel the pain. Now, I think I was meant to talk about what kind of people we bring into our homes. I need to stop here because I've realized I have an appointment in about 30 minutes from now, and I need to get ready. I need to go out. So the people we bring into our home, once again, let us take them to the Lord in prayer very well and be sure that the people we're bringing in are the right people, so that we do not allow the darkness to affect us negatively. Some Egyptians tried to hide in the Israelites' homes so that they could avoid the death. They lost their lives. By the time the Israelites woke up in the morning, those Egyptians were dead. So that's another reason I'm saying let's be careful who we invite into our home this season. Okay, brethren, I'm going to stop here for now. There's various other things to share. Some of them have skipped my mind because of constant interruptions by phone call. But there are other scriptures to read, such as Matthew chapter 12, verse 38 to 40, which talks about the sign of Jonah, because the Pharisees and Sadducees asked for a sign, and the Lord said, Jonah stayed in the well for 3 days and 3 nights. And we that have accepted Jesus Christ of Nazareth, also known as Yahushua HaMashiach, in this end time generation, we have to go through what Yahushua HaMashiach experienced when he died on the cross. He experienced 3 days and nights of darkness in hellfire. And so that has to be experienced by those who are going to be raptured in particular, but also everyone else. Because it's a time of transformation. It's a time of transitioning into a new era. And remember, the month of August is the 8th month on the Roman calendar, even though on God's calendar it's the 6th, regarded as the 6th month. But eight implies new beginnings, new beginnings. So we're going to have new beginnings beginning from next Saturday, 23rd August 2025. Regarding the children's rapture, the Lord hasn't revealed that to us, but He has revealed it to other people that it is to happen just before the 3 days of darkness happen. But I don't know, brethren. Let us wait on the Lord and see what He will do. And in the meantime, just get the children ready. So I don't know regarding that, because it's not something that has been revealed to my husband and I directly from the throne of grace. Though on that Saturday, the 2nd of August, that my husband had the revelation about the 3 days of darkness, he also had a revelation about teenagers, a lot of children and teenagers going up into the air but coming back down, particularly teenagers, because of their lives not being in order. Especially as we have said before, they were bearing a lot of abominable items. So anyway, I'm also feeling a bit tired now because I've done a lot of talking this morning. I'm hoping these audios are useful, brethren. I encourage you to continue to be on the lookout for what we are sharing on a regular basis. I may not be able to share daily, but I'm trying my best. I had to take a few days break, just to relax a bit and to seek the face of God a bit more concerning the date God gave us, the 23rd of August. And then when I got a bit more confidence, which was Monday, I started to share it with some people quietly, and then I went out and shared it publicly. And then I started asking God again yesterday, am I on the right track? Am I doing the right thing? Please confirm. Please give me the assurance that, we're not going to be mocked and scoffed or called false prophets. And then the next thing is my husband has had a series of visions this morning, and I too have had a couple of visions of my own, which we are still putting in writing, and we are asking you to take time to read, brethren. Please read what we are going to share. It may seem long and tedious, but it's for your own good. It will see you through. My husband will try and make time to record audios of the revelations he has received. But in the meantime, we kindly ask you to just read what we are able to write, because it's not always easy to record audios. So yes, I need to bring this audio to an end because it's getting too long and I need to get ready to go out. Remain blessed in the mighty name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Have a blessed rest of the day. Shalom, shalom.